Okay, everybody, welcome to the team Zoom tonight. We're doing things a little bit differently. We're not doing a power hour. We have some major business to talk about. So, what's coming up is a lot, and I want us to be ready. What's going to be announced at conference is going to be epic. We all know that. And I want to give us every single advantage we possibly can have. So, Bevan and I went to an NLP training last night, and she's going to talk a little bit about that, what NLP is, what she learned from the event last night. We are both going to a workshop that we feel is necessary for our teams, and we're going to bring that information back to you guys later on this month. And Bevan's been signing customers like in an insane amount in such a short period. So she's going to be giving us customer signing tips. I'm going to cover anything from the event last night and some things that Margarita and I discussed because she was at the event last night. And then Thathy's going to come on and she's going to talk about her distributor enrolling tips because she's been enrolling a lot of distributors and she enrolls a lot of distributors. So when we had that deal going on, she used all her codes and she needed more codes. So I don't even know how many distributors she enrolled, but it was over 20. So she's going to be giving us tips about that. And Bevan, you have the floor.
Okay. So last night, like Melissa said, we went to this NLP thing. And to be honest, so Melissa goes to these meetings every Wednesday with another team, and she asks me every week, and I blow her off all the time. But something was tugging at me yesterday to go with her yesterday. So NLP stands for Neuro-Linguistic Programming. And what that means is neuro is your mindset, linguistic is communication, and programming is behavior. So basically the whole idea is, changing your mindset and your thinking. The first thing that they talked about was they asked us what your vision was. And basically, your vision is not your goal. Like your goals of achieving a certain rank or making a certain dollar amount or, things on your dream board, those are goals. The difference between a vision and your goals is that your vision is something that's greater than all of your goals combined and has nothing to do with you. For example, it could be to, a lot of people want to bring their husband home and have him be a full-time parent. Those kinds of things that aren't a tangible value per se, but it's something that is.
Bevan, you froze. Can you hear us? You froze. I'm going to text her real quick.
Your audio's off.
Sorry. She got kicked off, but she's jumping back on. So just give her a sec. While she's hopping back on, I want to let you guys know tonight we're going to decide on a name for this team. We're going to identify this team. We're going to give our team a name. And we're going to figure out what the vision of this team is. And everyone's going to give their opinion on that. We're going to do that together. It's going to be a team effort. Okay, I'm not sure where she went. Okay. I'm just going to keep going with what she was saying because I was there too and I took a lot of notes. All right. She was talking about NLP is neuro-linguistic programming. If you guys have ever heard of Tony Robbins, this is what he uses to have people break through their self-limiting beliefs. So it's effective. It works really well. It gets you out of being stuck. If there's some sort of mindset that's holding you back, if you're doing everything that you're supposed to be doing, but you're not getting the results that you want to get, this is something that will break through that. So Bevan and I had this little mini 2-hour workshop that we attended last night. And we're actually going to do a full 10-hour day on January 26th. It's going to be from like 10 in the morning to 10 at night to understand these skills and have them down, understand more about ourselves, as in what our strengths are for success. And we're going to be bringing that back to you guys. Okay, Bevan's back.
Sorry, I don't know what happened, but my phone might die. I don't know what you talked about, but a couple of the things that I wrote down is the one thing that I actually have stars next to it is how many of you guys are afraid to prospect? So I think that we could probably say that most of us are afraid to prospect, and that word just kind of gives us a funky thought or feeling, but you need to think of prospecting as sharing love. That the perfect you is in you. So you have to chip away at what no longer serves us to create your vision.
We have a request, Bevan. Please
yes.
Describe vision again. That's where you cut out.
Describe vision? Is that what she said?
Yes, please describe it
again. So your vision is not about you. Your vision is something that is greater than all of your goals combined and has nothing to do with you. I'm on my phone now, so I can't see the comments. And your vision pulls you out of your dreams. It's your soul and your core. So it's not goals. It's not tangible items. It's something bigger than you. And I know, just in general, when you make things not about you and you make it about other people and doing things for other people, it definitely comes back twofold to you. I don't know what else you talked about, Melissa.
I think you gave a really good general.
Okay.
What we learned. I just want to add that. How many of you guys have naysayers in your life? People that tell you like you're wasting your time. Why are you doing this? You're not making money. Crap like that. How many of you guys have people like that in your life right now? Everybody does. Okay. So a big moment for me was when they asked us that. The woman that was training said, every time you hear a naysayer insult your vision, you should say thank you. I know you care about me. For me. Because they don't know what your vision is. And they are not invested in it and committed to it like you are. So they are not going to understand it. They're coming from a place of love because they want to shield you from something or protect you from something, but they don't really know anything about it. And that's the honest truth. Like, you should only really take advice from people that do something way better than you do, that you want, and people that have done and come back from what you want. You know what I mean? So if you want to be a millionaire, for example, why are you taking advice from your broke ass friends? You should be talking to someone that's a millionaire that has multiple millions of dollars. You should take advice from that person, not anyone else's opinion or anyone else's tips. You just have to shut that down and realize that opinions are just opinions. That's what they are. They don't matter. Everybody has them. What else did she say? Absolutely nothing should get in the way of your vision. So if you don't have a vision right now, you don't have a goal, like multiple goals to equal that vision, you don't know what it is, you need to make a dream board and you need to figure out what that is. Something else she said was neuro-linguistic programming behavior. It affects, your mindset, your communication, and your behavior. So if you have people on your team, or you have people that have left your team, or you're not getting the results that you want, it's because of one of those three areas. Neuro-linguistic programming helps you have even more focus. It gives you power to make decisions. It gives you better direction. It's giving you the ability to create wealth. It makes you productive. I just wanted to add, sales is value and influence. Everybody sells. Everybody is a salesperson. If you don't believe me, you probably convinced your kids to brush their teeth last night. So they gave that as an example. We're in an industry where sales can make you a millionaire. It really can. We're in an industry where we get paid for results. We get paid for what we are worth. So if you're not getting the results that you want, I'm going to invite you to take a look at your mindset. You need to put your effort there. You need to figure out how much personal development you need a day. Maybe you need to exercise. Ask yourself those questions. They're going to teach us sensory equality, which is the ability to read a person's body language and build rapport, even if you don't know them. What else? I think that's it. So Tati, oh, Bevan, you forgot to give your loyal customer tips about your loyal customer.
So
how long, and give us some tips.
I counted this afternoon, and I think I'm at 8 loyal customers since Monday. And I was looking through my reports, and I think I've had 5 existing loyal customers place orders. I currently have probably about 6 more that I could probably close by Monday, let's say. And it's all ThermoFight X. If you're on my team, you've heard me tell this story that I've been doing this for 5 years. And when I first started, I was able to post a before and after belly photo on Facebook and get no less than 6 customers from it every single time. And, once Facebook kind of changed a little bit and became inundated, that sort of stopped. So this to me feels very much like that did then. And I was actually thinking about it today that all these people have enrolled, and I haven't even been able to tell them what this product has done for me. Like, I don't personally know anybody who's even taken it yet. So I can't even imagine what it's going to be like once we have testimonies from us to share with people. So I think I was telling Melissa last night that the most responses I've gotten, I'm sure you've all seen it because there's not a lot of pictures floating around, but there's a picture with 2 green pills in the palm of someone's hand. And I've had more people comment on that, but I've also had a lot of people message me that didn't even comment on it. Something about those 2 little pills in the palm of that hand. I don't know what it is, but I was talking to a girl on the phone today and she's like, I just saw those green pills and I just thought that, this is something that I should give a try. And now keep in mind, these people that I have enrolled are a very good mix of people that I have been talking to for a couple of years, combined with brand new people that I've never ever messaged, or to be honest with you, 2 people that I'm talking to right now, I totally forgot that I even was friends with them on Facebook. Like I actually know them in real life, but I totally forgot. And people who have straight up blown me off. Hey, I'll support you with liking your posts, but nope, your products are not for me, is the girl I had a conversation with today. So something that I've noticed that I've been doing, because I get super frustrated trying to, everybody wants to look at my website, which I find interesting. And I hate trying to send it through Messenger with parentheses around the periods and tell people to remove the periods. I like it much better if they can just click on it. So when it gets to the point in the conversation where they want my website, I ask them for their phone number and I text it to them. So then that way, all they have to do is click on it. I've gotten nailed once for not explaining the loyal customer program well. And I make sure that I cover all that. And I'm not, you guys, I really think the difference is I'm just being bold. Like I'm not even careful with my words. I just tell them, listen, to be a loyal customer just means that you're going to place an order today, 2 more consecutive orders, and you get the discounted price. Like, is that okay with you? And I just simply ask them if that's okay with them. And everybody's been like, yes. And I tell them, I promise it's super simple to cancel. I will help you do that if that's what you want to do. I take really good care of my customers, so I'll be on top of letting you know when it's been your 3rd order, blah, blah, blah. So I don't know that it's really me a whole lot different, except that the timing of this product being released and the time of year is a perfect storm. And you have to take advantage of it because, even in this business with this company, there's not very many times that happens. Excuse me. So I say just be bold, keep posting about it. I was telling Melissa last night, since it was released, I think I've posted now a total of 4 times. And that was on the 31st or something, or the 28th or whatever. So in almost 2 weeks, I haven't posted that many times about it, but I think that I'm not typically real spammy. I don't send spammy messages. I don't like it. I've had them sent to me. So I just try to be genuine. And I think in general, people trust me. So that's probably a big part of it. So, like I said, I don't know that I'm doing anything super, super different. I think that just people are ready for this at this time of year. So.
Thank you for sharing that. I can tell you what difference I see in you and why I think you're enrolling customers like a machine right now. Is I think that you are 100% confident that it's going to work. I think that you are unapologetically just being bold. I think you're having good conversations with people. and just being yourself.
Yeah. So that coupled with, okay, so here's what I think. Do I really think going last night has anything to do with it? Yes, I do. So, and here's why. So I had enrolled, a couple of customers. I'm not a big enroller. I've never been a big enroller. I enrolled a couple customers the beginning of the week, and that was fun. But, did you talk about the exercise they did with that girl and her?
No, do you want to share that?
Okay, so he pulled this girl out of the audience, and he said, if you think about, I can't remember the exact terminology, but if you think about like a huge goal, and in terms of like however many feet or miles away from you it is, and it scares you, like have that number in your head, and the people in the front row, their number was like 20, 10, 5 miles, whatever. And then the girl off to the side, she didn't comment, but he saw her shaking her head or nodding her head or what have you. And he pulled her up and said, what is your number? And she said, what did she say? 40,000 miles. Like that's how far away her goal. I don't know what her goal was. She never said, but let's just say for the sake of argument, her goal was ambassador. And she said, it feels 40,000 miles away. And he said, okay, ignore the rest of the room. I want you just to stare off to the back of the room and, imagine it getting a little bit closer. Like imagine it, going to 30,000 miles. And he gradually worked himself all the way back, and you could see her body language kind of change. And eventually, she became 100% confident in her distance as to how far this goal was. And, what that did for her was basically, to me, it's similar to the analogy of if you think about you have 100 pounds to lose, that's daunting. But if you think about it 10 pounds at a time, that's more manageable. So in having conversation with Melissa on the way home last night, I was thinking, my current goal right now, for those of you who don't know, like my husband was the first distributor I enrolled 5 years ago. This last year, I canceled his account and waited the 3 months and re-enrolled him. So my immediate goal is to get him to Ruby. Well, then, I started thinking, okay, well, if I can continue to enroll, I have 3 distributors under him currently. If I can continue to enroll distributors customers like this, then I can build him to Ruby and fill all that volume myself. I've done it before. I've done it several times. I have no doubt that I can do it. So when you break your goals down a little bit at a time, like my immediate goal is this one distributor who has already told me she's not going to work. But she isn't going to cancel her account. She told me she's going to keep it active for a year. So I thought, okay, well, I'm just going to stack all these customers under her and go from there. It's better to do that than to just keep putting them personally enrolled by him, because yes, my check will be a little bit bigger, but my end goal is if I can get him built to Ruby, that will get me back to Diamond. So, last week when my chart is sitting right here on my desk, last week when I pulled out my chart, I thought, oh God, there's no way. But when you think about it in terms of a little bit at a time, like, 5 pounds here, 3 pounds there, 2 pounds here, it all adds up. It all adds up to 10 pounds. 10 pounds times 4 adds up to 40 pounds. So, it's the same kind of thing. So watching her feel confident in thinking, okay, that dream or goal or whatever it was isn't completely unrealistic and far off. If you can just bring it in a little bit and think of it in different terms. So that's what has my fire going today. And as we speak, since we've been talking, I've had 2 more people message me, and I have not posted anything more today than I did first thing this morning. So it's just, it truly is your mindset, 100%. Because I think that you give that off. People can sense that, even if it's through social media, they can sense that you are confident. You're right, Melissa.
Thank you for sharing that. Taina, are you ready to share?
Yeah, I just have to have my video off because I'm reading off of my phone notes.
That's fine. No problem. All right, you have the floor.
Okay, so I guess I want to point out that I am a red, so the things that I do sometimes are kind of crazy and like I don't care or I don't really think. I'm just thinking about my end result and what I really want. So the tips that I'm going to give might not seem for everybody, but just know that you can always change, make it make it the way you would want to do it. So the first thing I was talking about to Ryan yesterday on Zoom, she was going over conversations with me and we were talking about how she talks to people and she feels like, she tells people everything that she can think of, but at the end they're like, I can't because of the money or whatever. They give an excuse, which is what people will do if you let them get to that point, in my opinion. So we kind of went over how she explains stuff. So I told her the biggest thing with talking to people, whether it's about products or distributors, and I know this because from experience, I spent 3 years having conversations with people and I would lag the conversation for like weeks and weeks and weeks. And when I finally like had an aha moment one day and I realized like I can have a relationship with my customers and with my distributors after they're enrolled. Like, why am I pushing the conversations out for years or weeks, whatever? Because literally I've talked to people for like a whole year and then finally they sign up. And it was me because I'm pushing a conversation to, how was your day? Oh, what are you doing next Friday? Like that's all honestly a waste of time when we all have goals and big things that we want to happen in our business. So with your conversations, you just want to get right to the point. Whether you take a year to talk to them or a week, the end answer is always going to be, they're always going to give you the answer. You ask right away or you ask a year later. So why not ask right away so we know we're not wasting time? So obviously when you're talking to people, and I'm referring just to distributors since these were the tips, but it works with customers too. You guys just keep it so simple, like ridiculously simple. Like if somebody messaged you about the new product, they say, hey, I saw the green pills you posted, like Bevan posted. What is it? And she's just going to answer exactly what it is. Not screenshots of the product and result photos. And oh my gosh, so I tried the ThermoFit, the first one, and I lost 30 pounds. I could do that, right? Because I did take the original formula, but I'm already overwhelming people by doing that. So what I'm doing now, and I used to even call Melissa and be freaking out because I talk to a lot of distributor potentials and I just could never seal the deal. And so now I'm sealing the deal by doing that, just getting straight to the point. If they message me from my poll or I message them and they say, cool, that sounds cool, I'm interested. Or, hey, what do you do from home? I get straight to the point. I say, this is what I do. I like to send a voice memo. That's like, I think the biggest thing that I've been doing differently. And I feel like people connect with me better. So right after they ask me what it is, I'll send them a description or I'll send a voice memo. Most of the time it's a voice memo now. And I'll just say, how are you familiar with network marketing? And then I'll wait for them to answer. And then I'll say, I'm a part of a network marketing company. It's health and wellness. And then I'll just say like something really quick and fun. Like I share, testimonies, reviews. I use the products and I'm able to make money that way. You get your own link. And then I wait for them to respond. And most of the time they say, honestly, they say, it sounds really cool. How much is it? Or do I have to pay anything? Now you're already to your next question. Just answer that question. It's half off, $49.50 right now, and you get over $100 worth of products. And that's it, you guys. I wait for them to tell me the response. Most of the time after that, they say, if they're agreeing or whatever, they might ask you a million questions. But most of the time, people will just ask you like, or say, okay, well, I don't have money right now. So, I'll have money Friday. Then I'll put them in my calendar. Or, they'll ask me, well, what do I have to get started? And then I'll tell them. So I can sign you up or I can walk you through my website. Now, I could have said all the descriptions about distributor and website and like, auto ship and all that. You do not ever want to do that because you're off the bat already overwhelming people. And I find that with new people that sign up, they always say more than they need to say, because they don't know what to do. So the simplest way to keep this is just always only answer what is asked, whether you're talking, whatever you're talking about, whether it's signing up as a distributor or a customer. My next thing is, I send out personal messages every day. Now, like Bevan was saying, she's not comfortable with sending out messages to people she doesn't know, or, you could call it like kind of cold messaging, but I see it this way. I watched a training once and they said, when you go out to blitz people, you don't know who they are a lot of the times. It kind of matters the way you're coming at them. So if you're just sending this like really annoying message that sounds super spammy, then yes, that's horrible. Don't send it. I also won't send I won't go down my followers list or my friends list and be like mass messaging, like copy paste, copy. No. What I do though is I do spend maybe like 10, 15, 20 minutes and I scan through profiles. I look at people's lives and I'll make sure that these are people that I really want to be a part of my business. Because if you mass message or spam message, you're just messaging a bunch of random people and you're really wasting your time. These could be people that are not your age or not the age to join, or maybe they're really negative, or maybe they're just people that you don't see yourself working with. So why? That's just like wasting time, So what I do is I go through the news feed, whether it's on Instagram or Facebook. Most of the time I do this only on Instagram. And I'll look at girls' profiles, and my goal is to send at least 10 to 20 in the morning, 10 to 20 at night. Most days it's 10 in the morning and 10 at night. And I'll send out a personal message to people that I haven't messaged. And it basically just says, like, hey girl, I was looking at your profile. I love your profile pictures. Or I say, sorry, I'm trying to think of the exact wording. I'll say, hey girl, I've been checking out your profile. You have such a cute, beautiful family, something nice. And I'll say, have you ever thought about working from home? I would love someone like you on my team. We have a $3,000 guarantee. They always respond. I've never had somebody say no. Now people do tell me no. Like, oh, I'm not interested. Thank you so much for thinking of me most of the time. You guys, honestly, most of the responses I get is yes, tell me more. So that gives me the opportunity to send my voice memo, and then I just wait. And honestly, that's exactly how I've been signing distributors, just getting down to the point. And then when we had the $20 promo, I was sending them a really nice picture of the kit. I haven't been doing that right now because it's a little more, and I feel like the products in the picture kind of look like super small, but when it was $20, it looked like a lot to me. So I just go off of the way I feel about it. So then if they're like, well, I want to know exactly what I'm getting, then I'll send them a picture. If not, then I'll just tell them what they're getting because it sounds like a lot more. So I'll be like, you're getting 4 wraps, 2 coffees. It sounds like super long. They're like, oh, wow, that's a lot of stuff. Another huge thing is that I don't tell them the products are to sell to make their money back. A lot of people do that, and I feel like it's like asking them to fail because most people are nervous to even sell stuff in hand. That's something that I feel like comes with time. Like once we start doing this, we're like, okay, we have wraps in hand, we have coffee in hand, we want to sell it. But to someone new, they're like kind of like already scared to even have to talk to people. So if you tell them to sell their kit to earn their money back, right away they're going to be like, oh my gosh, now I have to go and show somebody something, So what I do is sorry, my daughter's knocking. Vea, wait. Okay, tell your dad to get it. Shoot, she just totally threw me off. What was I saying?
Just to recap. Okay, so if you guys don't really know Tati at all, she's super, super confident about this business because she sees it as a multi-million-dollar opportunity. So that right there makes her enroll a lot of distributors. Again, mindset. And then she said voice memos has been changing the game for her. When people can hear your voice, it's like you're on the phone with them. They can hear your excitement. They can hear that they are welcome and you want them to be a part of a community and that they're going to have support. She looks specifically, and I think she's really good at this. She doesn't give herself enough credit, I think. She looks specifically for a specific type of person to be on her team. She happens to love makeup and beauty stuff, like nails, like hair, like stuff like that. That's something she's passionate and she loves. And you can tell by going on her Facebook that that's what she's into. So she goes and she looks specifically for, she knows what she's looking for, that type of person that she can have like a super easy conversation with because they have things in common. And then she mentions the $3,000 guarantee, which you guys, who the heck doesn't need $3,000 right now? Just saying. Okay, you have the floor.
I was trying to remember what I was going to say because it was really good. Ugh, it's bothering me now. Okay, so I can't remember where I left off though. Anyways, I guess I'll just keep going. So another thing is polls. Like those are huge on Instagram or Facebook, but mostly Instagram, you guys. It does matter how many followers you have, I say, on Instagram, because honestly, not that many people will vote if you only have like 100 followers. So really work on building your Instagram following right now. If you're not good with it, whatever, you don't want to use it yet, that doesn't even matter. Just start adding people on there because one day you're going to want to use it. And if you've been spending time getting followers, it's going to be such a benefit later. You're going to be so happy you did it. When I first started using Instagram, I hated it. But I was like, I'm just going to add people every day because one day I'm going to want to use it. And it paid off. Now I have so many followers. So I have a lot of people voting. That gives me a benefit to have more potential distributors. So make sure that you're adding people to follow you. Make sure you're doing polls daily. That's where I get all my leads from. They either reply to my poll or they comment on my poll. Besides the polls, it's only the personal message that I'm sending out that I'm getting my potential distributors from or signing distributors. So, let's see. I never give my website when people are going to sign up as a distributor or a customer until they're ready. If they're like, well, let me look at your website, I just ask them, well, I can give you my website, but I prefer to give it to you when you're ready. What questions do you have? Because most of the time it's harder to follow up when you've already given them your website, because then they're like, then they already have your website. So it's really like, you can't be like, hey girl, can I help you put your order in? So just don't give your website until they're ready. And I find that once they're ready to sign up or are asking you questions about signing up, make sure you're adding them on Facebook if you're working from Instagram. So make sure you're saying, can I add you on Facebook? Because now you have them in 2 platforms, which is going to be better because they're going to be watching you in both areas. So
can you share with us
also,
how many distributors you've enrolled so far this month?
This month, I think I've only enrolled 2 distributors this month and 3 customers since, what's today? Yeah, so I've enrolled 2 distributors this month, 3 customers. Last month, or during the $20 promo, I think it went on for like a month and a half, right? I think it was 32 distributors. And so far, I've had a really good number of people sticking. I think like 15 to 50, like more than 15 of them are actually doing stuff and trying. So that's a really good like odds, most of the time, like I would say I expected like 5 out of 32 to like really want to do it. And that's just the way it is, you guys. It really is a numbers game. And when I figure that out, like how are these mass enrollers or Jade Hooper, whoever you follow that are like bringing a lot of people, you guys, they're just talking to a lot more people and they don't care when people say no, they move on. I don't care when somebody tells me no or I'm not interested. I still respond. I'm like, okay, well, thank you for responding. Your time means a lot to me. That alone, people are like, they're shocked by that response because most of the time they think you're going to send them something else. Another thing is I've been working on making posts where people feel like they're missing out on something. That really helps because then, like I've been talking about going on a cruise and, whatever you can think about. Like I talk about crazy stuff. Probably most people wouldn't post what I post. Like, oh my gosh, well, if you want to miss out on 100K from your phone in a year, that's your bad. Like, I'm honestly, that's how I am. But people are like messaging me like crazy. Like, okay, well, you can really make that kind of money from your phone. Well, what does it take? Or they ask me questions about the business, which is what I want. So work on making posts where people feel like they're missing out, even if it's small things. Like people feel like they're missing out when you're working from home and they're not. People feel like they're missing out when you're making extra money and they're not. Like simple things like that will still get leads. I already said that.
I'm just keeping my eye.
Like, I think I already said this, but I don't really care about what people think, so I just say what I really want to say. And obviously, I'm not rude or anything like that, but if people say something negative or they give me a smart response, like, well, that sounds like a pyramid scheme or something like that, honestly, don't spend too much time on it. I just say, okay, well, thanks, or I'll send them the pyramid scheme cartoon. That was just the new thing that I started doing. And it's super funny because then they respond like, oh my gosh, it's so funny. And it's true because it really is. The biggest, most important thing in this business to get distributors or customers is messaging, you guys. For the longest time, I put that as the last task of the day. And that should be your first task. After making your inspirational post or your morning post, go right into messaging. I'm telling you guys, it's the most important part. So if you're forgetting to post or something, or doing a poll or whatever, I'm telling you, you're gonna be getting people by messaging, because that's like the biggest, most important thing. If you're dedicating to messaging, even if it's 10 people a day, you're going to get leads, and you're going to get distributors, and you're going to get customers, because you're doing the most important thing. I think that's like most of the tips I have, or I've been doing to sign up distributors.
Thank you for sharing that with us. I don't think you're giving yourself enough credit. You almost completed your steps to success, and it's only the 10th.
I know, I was thinking about that, looking at my calendar, because now it says 5, 5, and 5. So I was like, oh my gosh, I'm already like halfway through.
A lot of people don't get.
I have a girl signing up from Canada, and you guys, I was looking at my goals, because I wrote down like my goals for my dream board, and I wrote on there international team. I didn't even remember. I made my dream board, and then I had a girl from Canada message me on Instagram yesterday. She was like, I want to sign up. I want to do what you do. And so I told her about it. She's like, okay, I'm ready. Sign me up. I'm going to go get a prepaid card. Then I go home and I find the little paper sitting on my desk. I was like, oh, I am in shock right now. I wrote that down before the year started. I hadn't even put it on my dream board yet, because I already made it and forgot that I wrote that down. And I already have a potential from Canada, which is like one of my goals for this year. So I just thought that was crazy. Thank you, Melissa. That means a lot.
You're welcome. Okay, so we just got 10 more minutes. I want to respect everybody's time. So I want to get this done for us as a team. Is super top secret stuff. You didn't hear it from me. Don't mention my name. I'm not supposed to know this. You're not supposed to know this. Don't post about it. Don't tell anybody. Just keep it to yourself, okay? I asked Margarita, because we saw her last night at this training, what do we need to be ready for conference? Because I plan to promote. I know there's a couple of us that plan to promote this month. I want to be ready. If they announce a promotion incentive or a bonus or something, I want to get it. So what do I need to know? I flat out asked her, okay? And she's like, if she doesn't want to tell you, she won't. Like, she's small, but she's mighty. Like, she means business. So she said to me, there's going to be a change in the dynamic of the way that we have customers. I'm translating it. She wrote this in Spanish, so it's taking me a sec. For that reason, you need to connect with all of your prior clients, your prior people that have ordered from you. Because it's going to help your volume. There's going to be new promotions, but if you come there with the promotion done of Double Diamond, that's what I'm going for, it would be wonderful, because you're going to get a huge incentive. But I can't give you exact details, because it's something that we are still discussing. Okay, so be ready. Those of you guys that want to go Emerald, and you mentioned it in March, you need to be executive this month. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We still have this half off promotion kit until Sunday night. Enroll 2 distributors. I don't care if you have to go you know, shopping and talk to everyone at the grocery store. Like, you need to go do whatever it takes to get your 2 distributors so that you can go executive this month. The fact that we have this Thermify X, excellent way to get volume. Now, corporate, when somebody signs onto your website and adds something into their cart, they're giving them flash sales. So a lot of people are upgrading and they're getting 2 or 3 products when you send them to their website to sign themselves up. So don't think of it as a bad thing. It is working in your favor. There is no reason that you can't go executive this month. So get that out of your head. You're going to find the 2 people. You're going to talk to as many people as you can to get that done. If you want to be Emeralds by March, you should be promoting to executive this month, and you should be charting yourself for Ruby next month, because we have less days in the month next month. And whatever they announce, if you've never been Ruby before, they're gonna give you something, because they always do. They always give people going Ruby for the first time something at conference. Okay, and if that's not what they're gonna give us this year, then they're gonna damn well give us something for going Emerald. So just push yourself a little harder next month, but get that block done. Go executive. Make it like a priority A number 1 this month. Okay, that's what Margarita said. So what else have we got? We need to come up with a name for our team. Something that identifies us, something that talks about what we value. It's one word to identify our team. So let's start throwing some, everybody take your mute off, and let's start throwing some words. I'm gonna write them down. Start throwing some words at me, and we're gonna come up with a team name. I'm gonna go ahead and write whatever you guys say down. So words that make you think about our team, words of what you think we stand for, words that you like. We are a family. Every family has a last name. We need to give this team a name. Okay, start throwing words at me, please.
Empower.
Empower, love it.
Dreamers.
Dreamers.
Worldwide.
Worldwide, love it. What else have you guys got?
Fighters.
Fighters, okay.
Warriors.
Love it. Warriors.
Yeah.
Okay. What else have we got? Just to let you know, you are all throwing out words that people threw out last night to come up with Mary's team name. So keep going. We're on a good one here.
I don't know why I keep thinking of the word brave, but
Brave, love it.
to
Okay.
my mind.
Imaginative.
Imaginative, okay.
Authentic.
Authentic, okay.
Okay. Can you
Resilient.
hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I was off. I was trying to press all these buttons. Important.
Love it.
Remarkable.
Remarkable, okay.
Miraculous.
Miraculous.
Courageous.
Courageous, okay. I'm seeing a theme here. Let's keep going.
Outstanding. Phenomenal.
Caring. I feel like we're all caring.
Caring, okay. That's the
Exceptional.
next part of what we're doing. Okay, outstanding, caring, miraculous. I missed one.
Health conscious.
Health conscious. That's a given though, right?
Right.
That could be included in the second part of what we're doing.
Super.
Super. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Love it.
Superwoman.
Superwoman, because we're women. But do we want to exclude guys?
Heroes.
Heroes, okay. Anybody else?
Did you hear me say the word energy?
Energy, okay. That's it?
Dedicated.
Dedicated. Okay, I think we have enough to come up with something here. Okay, I see a couple things going on here. I see strength, courage, the fact that we're women, the fact that we want to worldwide dominate, inspiration. Okay, so I see inspiration, I see courage, I see empowerment worldwide, and good vibes, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you think about, we got to do like a phrase, if we can only, if we have too many words and we can't pick something, or a word, like our team is a word or a phrase. So let's think about putting some of these together. How about outstanding warriors, miraculous warriors.
You want to tell them what the whole sentence is so that they kind of understand better what we're doing?
Thank you. Thank you for mentioning that. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to give our team a name, and then once we give our team a name, we're going to put the attributes of what our team stands for and the vision that we have together of what we want to do. So one word is going to be the team name or a phrase if we can't figure out one word. And then what we stand for is going to be a sentence that we all know like the back of our hand. Like when we see each other, we're going to say it to each other.
The mantra.
It's going to be a mantra for us. So, for example, last night, Mary Peralta's team threw a whole mess of words up on the board, and what they came up with was legendaries. They like the thought of legacy of being a legend. So, legendaries is the name of their team, and so somebody yelled out, "Who are we?" Everybody yelled out, "Legendaries." We are legendaries. We stand for growth, empowerment, leadership, and results. Okay? So all these words that you guys threw at me, we can come up with this just from these words. So do you want to go for a phrase as our team or just one simple word? What do you guys prefer?
Melissa, am I using the correct, can it be an acronym? I think it is, that the letters of one word is like let's say, okay, love, loyal, open, victorious, something like that.
That could be our acronym, but that's going to describe our team. That's not going to be our team name. So
Okay.
love is something that you feel when you think about this team. By the way, that makes me want to cry because what I've always wanted you guys to feel. Sorry, I'm getting like super emotional. This is good stuff. This is good stuff. Okay. Love our acronym.
I'm so proud of you.
I feel like the worst. Because I'm so excited about what we're doing. Okay, that strikes major feelings for me. I love that. Love that's an excellent acronym. Anybody opposed to that, or do we like that as a way to describe our team?
No, I like that. So I say just pick a name and then we stand for love, and then
Okay.
love, choose what we want those letters to stand for.
Okay. Because you just made all the yellows cry.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. We stand for love, and then we can give love an acronym. We can pick something for L, something for O, something for V, something for E. I'm already feeling like V and E should be empowerment and visionary. If somebody's opposed
Yeah.
to that, or if they don't like that, we can change it. But I feel like that describes us a lot.
I was going to give you victorious.
Victorious, I like that too. Okay. Okay. What about the O and the L?
Open,
Open, okay.
outstanding,
I like outstanding more. Anybody opposed to that? Everybody seems to be nodding. I can't see Stacy or Mary's beautiful faces, but I'm gonna guess that they're nodding because I'm not hearing them say something else. How about the L? What do we want the L to be?
loyal,
I like loyal.
I love that.
Anything else? This is our battle cry, you guys. This is like on the days that suck, this is what you're gonna scream to yourself in the shower. Okay, so you gotta remember it like the back of your hand.
What letters are we on?
Okay, so we got, so far, we stand for love. Loyal, well, we can say loyalty. Loyalty, outstanding, victorious, and empowered or empowerment. Whatever makes sense grammatically in the sentence. But that's what we got so far. Does anyone want to add something? Brave energy, okay.
I think we should change the O to something else.
Okay, what are your ideas?
I'm trying to think of one, but I'm like,
Optimistic,
O is a hard.
I know.
Optimistic,
That's what I was
outgoing.
open,
I like the idea of open, but I feel like we could use a better word to describe that.
yeah.
Okay,
guys
so what was the word for L?
Huh?
What was the word for L again?
Loyal,
Loyal.
Overcome.
overcomers.
Oh yeah, I like that one. I like that
You guys
one.
like that? Does
Yeah.
that sound strong?
Loyal, overcomers. Victorious.
I like victorious.
What is the last one? Did we come up with one for E?
Empowerment,
Huh?
empowerment.
Empowerment.
Did somebody say outstanding for O?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I like that.
But remember, if we really like the word outstanding, we can use it in our team name.
I like overcomers, and I think all of the ones are good too. Loyal, overcomer, victorious, empowerment. Are we gonna use all of them for? Okay.
Okay, so we've narrowed it down to 2 words. Okay.
Hey, I got a suggestion. It just popped into my head.
you.
All right, so loyal, overcomers that are victorious in everything.
I love that.
Ooh, that's
It
good.
just flew into my head.
I just got the chills. That's it. That's it, baby. Thank you. Okay, so let me make sure I got this right. Loyal overcomers that are victorious in everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Loyal overcomers that are victorious in everything. Okay, now we need a name. What describes that to you? What do you think of when you hear that sentence?
Feedback some of those words.
Okay, we have, I'm going to say the ones that we haven't used yet. Dreamers, brave, imaginative, important, authentic, remarkable, worldwide, fighters, warriors, miraculous, courageous, outstanding, caring, super, energy, heroes, and health conscious.
What about Brave Dreamers?
Say that.
Brave Dreamers.
I like that.
I like that too.
We are the brave dreamers that stand for loyalty, that stand for love, which is loyal, overcomers, victorious in everything.
Oh yeah, there you go. That's good.
That's good. I want to join that team. Say it again, Bevan.
We are the brave dreamers that stand for love, loyalty, overcomers, victorious in everything.
Anybody want to add to that?
Mm-mm.
Nope, sounds good.
I like it.
Mm-hmm. Sounds really good.
Everyone agrees?
Yep.
Mary, you're muted.
I'm eating a delicious soup. Sorry.
Okay.
But yes, I agree. I think it sounds fabulous.
I think it sounds amazing. I would like if somebody was prospecting me and I'm like, and I heard that or I read that. What is your team about? We are the Brave Dreamers. We stand for love, loyalty, overcomers. Loyal, excuse me. Overcomers, victorious in everything. Who would say no to that?
We should get shirts now. Just like,
Shirts.
this is going to turn into an expense because now we're going to need bracelets, shirts, pens.
We're gonna need everything. We need all of the above, okay? This is gonna be like the club that you want to, the tribe that you want to be in. Okay, I love it.
Can somebody make a cute little picture?
Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so picture. We'll do that. We can do that in Word Swag. I can come up with something good. Any particular symbols that you guys want to do? Put in there, maybe like arrows or feathers or like dream catchers or something like that.
I really like the infinity sign, but I don't know if that like matches it. Kind of like forever. Or forever
Maybe
sign, I
just
guess that's what it's called.
Something simple. We can tweak it later, you know?
Yeah. Okay, so we need picture, we need bracelets, jackets, we need t-shirts. Okay.
We need these for next year at conference for sure.
Yes. This is going to be the cool place to be at. Okay. Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you. You all made this possible.
Mhm.
Okay. Am I missing anything else? Let me take a look at my list. Okay. Awesome. We got that done. Let me stop the recording real quick.